This is the pool heat pump HE150 with 136,000 BTUs from Gulfstream. And honestly, when it comes to pool heating, I wasn't always sold on heat pumps in general. I used to think that gas heaters were the classic option, and electric heat pumps would be too slow, too complicated, maybe just not quite what I needed for my pool here in Florida. But after living with this heat pump for a while and seeing the difference firsthand, I'm here to give a quick review and share my experience, especially for anyone who's still on the fence or just getting into pool ownership. Let's talk about how it looks and feels. This model is pretty sleek, I gotta say. It has a really clean, modern design, not super bulky, and the outer shell is made from BTU'S plastic that's UV resistant. So if you live somewhere sunny, like down here, you don't have to stress that it'll get all faded or gross after just one season out in the yard. The overall construction feels sturdy. It doesn't look or feel cheap at all. If you're worried about rust or the weather beating up your equipment, that was actually one of my priorities, and this one has been holding up really well. There's a digital panel on the front that makes the controls a breeze, with all the info you need, and you can see the temperature, settings, all clear and easy to read, even if you walk up on a sunny day. I've seen some older pool equipment look kind of intimidating, but this machine blends right in with the rest of my setup. From my experience, the thing that surprised me most is how efficient and responsive this heat pump is. When I got it, I wasn't expecting it to actually heat the pool that fast. The specs say it can boost the temperature from the mid-60s to mid-70s in about 24 hours. And honestly, that's what I've seen at my place. My pool's not in direct sun all day, and we're not right next to the pump, so I figured it would be slow, but it kept up no problem. The tech specs give this thing a COP rating of 6.2. So for people new to the term, COP stands for Coefficient of Performance. Basically, it means it pumps out over 6 times as much heat as the electricity it uses, so you're actually saving money compared to a gas system or even less advanced electric heaters. If you use your pool year-round or you just want a comfortable swim into the colder months, this kind of efficiency makes a real difference on your energy bills. One of my biggest concerns was always noise. I don't want some loud, rumbling machine running all day and annoying the neighbors or waking me up on weekends. This HE150 is actually pretty quiet. I'd compare it to the sound of a dishwasher running in the other room. If you stand by it, sure, you hear it, but it's not distracting at all. Honestly, once you head back toward the patio, you pretty much forget it's on. Key features that really made me choose this model. One is the compass Wi-Fi control. I love how easy it is to set up. You just download the app, connect the heat pump, and suddenly you can manage your pool temp from anywhere in the house or even when you're away. For families, there's an option to lock the controls, so younger kids, or honestly, that one friend who likes to mess with all your equipment, can't start fiddling with settings or turning the heat up and down. I also noticed the automatic shutoff timer for the spa is super useful, especially if you use the pool for parties or family gatherings. You can be sure everything turns off safely, and your energy bill isn't creeping up overnight from something running by mistake. When it comes to installation, I definitely recommend having a professional do it. While the controls are user-friendly and the unit isn't huge, setting up the plumbing and electrical is just better left to folks who do this every day. In my case, the install went quick, right about an hour, and the hardest part honestly was just getting the old rusty heater out of there. Once this new one went in, my installer checked everything, did a few test runs, and it was ready to roll. Since then, maintenance has been minimal, just keeping it clean, making sure the intake's not blocked by leaves, and it's been smooth sailing. The titanium heat exchanger inside is another thing I'd like to highlight. Gulfstream made waves with this because, unlike copper, titanium doesn't corrode. That means the part that heats your water lasts much longer, even with all the chlorine and chemicals pools need. For me, it was a relief knowing I won't have to fork out cash for big repairs or a full replacement for years. Plus, the unit carries a solid warranty, which just eases your mind if you're investing up front. In my opinion, this heat pump is perfect for families or anyone who wants dependable, easy pool heating, with very few headaches on setup or operation. It's reliable and built to handle Florida weather, or pretty much any climate that gets a lot of sunshine. I do wish I had gotten the version with a chiller to cool down the water in the summer months. I thought, nah, I won't need that. But sometimes when it's July and the pool feels like a warm bathtub, I wish I'd thought ahead. So, if you're in a really hot area, keep that in mind. I'd recommend this for people who want to swim year-round and who value long-lasting equipment that doesn't look or feel outdated. The price is a bit higher, not gonna lie, but between the durability, low energy use, and cool features, it's worth the peace of mind. If you plan ahead, maybe grab it outside of peak spring season. You're less likely to face any service delays. But honestly, since it's assembled right here in Florida, finding parts or getting support hasn't been an issue in my case. In conclusion, the pool heat pump E150 136,000 BTUs from Gulfstream makes pool ownership way less stressful and a lot more fun. You get great heating speed, a quiet operation, rock-solid construction, and the kind of tech that lets you forget about pool maintenance and focus more on just enjoying your weekends. If you're curious or have questions, drop a comment. I actually check and respond. If you found this quick review helpful, please subscribe to my channel for more honest thoughts on pool gear and leave a comment with your own experiences or questions. Thank you for watching.